Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a MONOBATTLE sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of MONOBATTLE, and this is on Snow Fortress. In the bottom side of the map, we have the red team represented by the red Zerg player. It is Posse. His teammate, the red Protoss player, Death Zone. Another red player, this time a Terran, it is Skaper. Skaper, possibly, and a red Protoss player, Fartprawn. Great name, dude. Great name, Fartprawn. And in the top side of the map, the blue team, it is the blue Zerg player, Friendly Bus. I like that one. I like that name. We also have the blue Protoss player, Asher. A blue Terran player, Zorinx from Too Easy. And finally, a blue Zerg player, EDZ, Eds. Possibly Eds. The composition which I paid attention to in this single draft is Stalker, Thor, Corruptor, Swarmhost versus Roach, Archon, Carrier, Liberator. So there are two Zerg, that's blue. Stalker, Thor, Corruptor, Swarmhost up here. Very interesting. Interesting composition. Going Corruptor. Brave choice, man. It is single draft, so they got to choose from a limited list of units. And they could see what the other team was choosing and kind of try to counter it. I guess considering Team Red is Roach, Archon, Carrier, Liberator, the Corruptors are going to be great against both the Carriers and the Liberator. So maybe that was the idea there. Although the Corruptor came out pretty early. Indeed it did. So Archon player going to be good against that stuff. The Roach player, I was surprised didn't choose Ravager because that was an option. And Ravagers I just think are better in general against Stalkers, against Swarmhost, and Thor's. Just that corrosive bio ability is really fantastic, but we will see. We'll see how our Roach player ends up doing. Both players expand, or both teams expanding quite a bit here. 3 expansions already on the way for Friendly Bus, and 3 on the way for Posse as well. I would like to know who's not expanding. So let's take a look. Death Zone's expanding, Skaper's expanding, and actually our Zerg player is not expanding. Posse, no, he is. He's got 4. This is the one up here on the left side at the gold that I have been looking at, just didn't notice whose it was. So yeah, Eds is expanded, Zorinx is expanded, Friendly Bus has expanded. That's only 3 though, so one of our dudes here, is it Asher? Asher hasn't expanded yet, I think that's who it is. Asher has decided expanding is for chumps. He going for Stalkers off one base, man. He's basically gonna 2-gate this thing. Is that a gateway? No, it's a pylon. So he's 2-gating it, making so that's a 3. Oh, it's a robotics facility. 2-gate and a robo facility, probably for observers. Considering the other team, what does the other team have? The other team doesn't have anything that cloaks though. Maybe Burrow Roach. Could Burrow Roaches be a problem here? Not this early. Not this early. So rushing yourself to a robotics facility seems like an interesting choice out of Asher, but I think we're going to live with it. Stalkers are out for Asher, so far so good, paying off for this dude. Going ahead and going to try to kill an observer, an overlord, a drone trying to hold us on like a watchtower. It is a Posse, and Asher chasing that sucker down. Get back here, drone, die! Haha, and he does die. Posse has an expansion here, has 2 expansions here. I don't know how he defends against this. There's a single queen. You can make 1 queen per hatchery as Zerg, unless you choose queen, which nobody did in this game. Stalker's going after this golden hatchery that Posse's trying to get up very, very early. Roaches are out for Posse, but there's only 1. And by roaches, I mean 1 roach getting a spine crawler here at the expansion he really wants to keep. As well, is there enough DPS on the Stalkers to take down this hatchery? 2 more Stalkers joining the battle for Asher. Warp Prism on the way for Asher as well, so he wants to be mobile with these Stalkers and try to hit everywhere. So 3 roaches against 4 Stalkers, not great odds. And that hatchery, I think, is going to die. It's down. There's the cancel. There's the cancel, and the Stalkers feeling very pleased with themselves indeed. But now, here we go. More roaches are here. 7 roaches, and the Stalkers need to get out. They need to get out. They will take extra damage from these roaches. Wait, is it? No, not extra damage from the roaches, but the roaches just hit hard, and they have a lot of HP. And actually, the Stalkers do extra damage versus them. 14 versus 10 for anything else. Dark Shrine on the way from Death Zone. Ah, yes, he's going to add a Templar Archives, going for those Archons. So he wants High Templar and Dark Templar to make into Archons, which seems interesting from Death Zone, but whatevs. Spire already on the way for Friendly Bus, just about to pop. Nidus Network on the way from EDZ. What is EDZ's our Swarmhost player, right? So he wants Swarmhost into Nidus, which I am actually very interested in seeing. One of my favorite strategies is actually Swarmhost with Nidus. So we'll see if Team Blue can pull this thing off with his Nidus Worms or not. There's the Nidus Network. plopping itself down inside his expansion base. That is where he expanded, right? It is. So pretty expanded, but it's a little bit safer. So that's where his lair is. That's where his infestation pit is. That's where his network is as well. And Posse's going to retake that base the Stalkers forced him to cancel here in the middle. Interesting that both teams have taken these golds here in the middle. They're just such high traffic areas. If anybody's attacking back and forth, someone's going to wander by and see your base and probably try to kill it, which is bad news. Bad news bears. Spinecrawler's up here for Posse. How is our Liberator player doing? Scupper is here moving around, and where can he go is the question. Friendly Bus is making his Corruptors, but he doesn't have any yet, I don't think. He's starting them though. Nidus Worm erupts. Here it is. Nidus Worm here along the left side. There are no bases to kill. So, possibly sneaking right here behind this gold of Posse's. Launching a bunch of Swarm Hosts and then pulling back. I like this. Stalker's trying to get up that ramp into that gold base area, but there are a lot of roaches. There are 15 roaches and spine crawlers, but here come the Locusts onto Posse's base. Oh, bad news bears. Bad news bears landing, going after the hatch. Not even worrying about the queen who's trying to kill them or anything else. Boop! Hatchery is gone. Queen likely gone here as well. And actually, no, the queen lives somehow. The queen lives with a happy total of 6 hit points. But again, Swarm Host, free units. That didn't really hurt them at all. They killed a base, which is exactly the kind of thing you need to do in these games to win them. A lot of cannons on the way from Fart Prawn. Not sure why he's making a lot of cannons. What else are you doing, good sir? That's his base. That's his base. Oh, he's our carrier player. That's why he's making cannons. He has additional interceptors. He's got additional minerals that he can use for these cannons because he's going carrier, which is very gas heavy. But, oh man, the Corruptor fleet is already up. Oh no, 14 Corruptors out, making a beeline for Fart Prawn's side of the map here. Roaches from Posse are moving in as well. There are already Thors out from Zorinks, though. First Thors of the game are now here. But Corruptor's going to come in and say, we're going to murder your stuff. If you try to show up with carriers, we'll kill them as well. Cannons are a good choice. I like cannons against Corruptors. They do have the caustic spray ability, but it's not generally worth it for them to do it against cannons. And Locusts do take down the other hatch here along this left side at the gold from Posse. So Posse has lost 3 bases here in the first 9 minutes. He's just trying to make this work, you guys. Just trying to have these gold bases. Why you gotta hate so bad? Corruptors killing a Liberator, just kind of flying around, having a good time. Nobody can really challenge them. Using caustic spray on a cannon. See, it takes a while. Takes a while to ramp up, which is great against big targets, but against little targets, it's just not as good. Not as good. Oh, free Nexus. Take down the Nexus. Oop, Liberators show it. Never mind. Liberators are here, which aren't great against Corruptor, but there are 6 of them. It's enough to make them think twice. Roaches have speed for Posse. He just kind of waltzing in here by himself, but there are Locusts. Going to do this fight. Archons here from Deathstone as well. Fighting at the same time here is Team Red. I'm liking the teamwork. Even if it's just 2 of them, that is quite a bit. Are there more Locusts? More Locusts taking down another gold base of Posse's. Man alive, the dude leaves home for 2 seconds and see what happens here. And a lot of damage on EDZ right now. Archons versus, Thors. I don't know about this. Roaches versus Thors, not generally bad if they can get a lot of them. If you have a lot of them, you're going to do just fine here. Archon's taking a lot of direct damage from these Thors, though, and I think they're all going to die. Nope, one's running away very smartly. He has 0 shields and 10 hit points. Almost dead, as it turns out. Roaches still just kind of running around. They keep dying. They want to find more stuff to kill. Killing a queen seems like a right choice. +1 missile attack is done. Going after more of these SCVs, but the Locusts are here. Don't fight the Locusts. Don't fight the Locusts. It's bad news. Corruptors going after this hive of Posse's. Oh, they almost got it. They almost got it. 21 hit points, but they pulled back just in time. Finish it off. Is that on cooldown? Oh, snap. It's on cooldown. I can't believe they didn't get that. Oh, 2 more Corruptors show up and do finish it off there. Oh, that was frustrating, I think, for Friendly Boss. We're planting his bases is Posse. He got 1 back. He got 1 back, but he's lost so much. He's lost so much at this point in time. I think the Corruptors could deal with this. I mean, there's not really anything else they're doing right now. There's no anti-air defending this either. There's a couple Archons for Deathstone, so that might be enough to chase the Corruptors away or scare them away. At the very least, Locusts flying around, some of them on the ground here, some of them trying to fly back into Posse's, again, another base. This is why taking the golds is kind of a dicey proposition. You might either lose a bunch of stuff or get a really good advantage. It's just kind of hard to tell here. Are there more Corruptors? More Corruptors. Friendly Bus going after Death Zone's Nexus. That is main Nexus? No, it's an expansion Nexus, but it's dead anyway. Man, Caustic Spray is good. This is a lot of Corruptor, you guys, with +1 flyer attack, no less. More Locusts here at Posse's base. Posse dude, I feel for you, man. I really do. Losing another hatchery. How many? I wish I could see how many he's lost, but not allowed in these team games. Unfortunately, more caustic spray on another one of Death Zone's bases. Trying to keep these corruptors in a space where the cannons can't really hit them. Finds a pretty good spot where it's only 2 cannons and a couple Archons, but Nexus is gone. Corruptors flying themselves away. And this is just causing huge problems for Death Zone right now. He is not having a good day. Losing those Nexuses, long distance mining's bad news. Posse keeps losing bases as well. He's got 1 to 300 hit points here at the gold, but nothing is mining from it at all at this point. Team Blue, man. Team Blue is on fire. Liberator player Scaper, though, doing fairly well for himself. He's got a lot of Liberators. And by a lot of Liberators, I mean 16, which is pretty good stuff here at 12 minutes into the game. Locust, you take down that hatch. That hatch of Posses. So Posse, does he have... He has replanting his main, and I think that's it. He's really, really dying here. Corruptors want to fight these Liberators, man. Wait, are they in the... They're not on the same team. Of course they're not. Why didn't they attack until the end there? That was weird. Fartprawn says, I'm on my way. Does he have carrier? Does he finally have carriers? He finally has carriers. Carriers have arrived. Corruptors really want to chase down these Liberators and murder every single stake in one of them, and they're going to try, but no, carriers are here. Carrier Liberator, not bad combination, especially the splash damage on the Liberators. +2 attack on those dudes. Look at the splash damage go. Yeah, the Corruptors, I think, wanted +1 armor instead of +1 attack. Helps them against these Liberators. Zorinx moving down with his Thors, trying to make sure these gold bases are never taken again. Wow, with 11 Thors. Upgrades are +2/+2 on all these dudes. Looking good, Team Blue. Looking good, Team Blue. Got these Swarm Host. Eds needs to start moving again. Gotta get some more of these Locusts out. Try to murder some stuff. Carriers flying by themselves. +3 armor and +3 attack is already done for Fartprawn. Good use of Chrono Boost, dude. Good use of Chrono Boost. The Stalkers want to fight this, but they're fighting Interceptors instead. There we go. Now recognizing what they're up to. Going to try to take down these carriers. Again, the upgrades are fantastic, and no upgrades on the Stalkers whatsoever, which is bad news. Swarmos dancing around here for Eds. Where are you right at the front door of Scaper? What are you trying to do? I guess this. I guess throw Locust down and try to break down front doors, which is fine. But yeah, the carriers are largely unaffected. Again, the upgrades were good against those Stalkers. Great stuff here. Thor's moving in. Are they in single target mode? They're in single target mode. So if these carriers show up, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this works here. Single target, man. Pretty good stuff. Ooh, 1 carrier down. Thors are falling very quickly as well, though. When Archon's coming in from the other side, Team Blue, the Thors are surrounded. They're doing very well for themselves. Liberators setting up ephemeral circles as well. It doesn't really matter. So a bunch of carriers died, but the Thors all lost because Team Red worked together. In that instance, if there's one thing these team games need to teach you guys, it's that working together is awesome. Again, Corruptor count, not super high. Got about 20 of them. Liberator count is about the same. And again, the upgrades are good. +2/+1 on these dudes. The splash damage on the Corruptors, especially as they hang out together. Locust taking down another Nexus of Death Zones. Death Zone. Death Zone. Got his main base back up. Got his natural base back up, which is good news. All right, so Carrier Liberator here at Friendly Bus is a gold base that he's had for pretty much the whole game. Not anymore. The Corruptor's trying to handle this, but just being severely outnumbered right now. The splash damage. Oh, the splash damage. Friendly Bus is out. He lost all of his Corruptors in that situation. And then again, Team Red working together right now. Locust killing stuff still down in Posse's base. And Friendly Bus is out. Roaches for Posse trying to kill stuff from Team Blue. What has Asher been doing? Is Asher our Archon player? No, Asher's our Stalker player, right? Yeah, so where are our Stalkers right now? How many Stalkers do we have? 17 Stalkers. Doesn't seem like a whole lot. Roaches from Posse are still running around, just absolutely laying waste to stuff. Stalkers trying to respond. +1/+1 is done on these dudes. +1 missile attack done on the Roaches, and just outnumbered. Archon's coming in to assist with Death Zone. And Archon splash damage against Stalkers is not terrible. Roaches fighting for themselves. Again, we have a 2 versus 1 situation. Roaches and Archons versus the Stalkers. Team Red just doing an excellent job. An excellent job here, and the Stalkers are forced to retreat. Locust landing on everything, though. This is bad. This is bad for Team Red. 1 Archon gets evaporated. Another one, the rest of them trying to run, trying to get out of here, and deciding to stand and fight instead, and losing a couple Archons in the process. Well, 1 anyway, but the carrier group is here for Fartprawn. He has 8 of them. It's not a giant group, but it's going to be enough. I feel like Locusts here at Death Zone's base, EDZ not giving up. Not giving up at all. This dude is keeping it going, but 5 carriers at a time under production for Fartpron. Liberators and carriers and Archons all here at Asher's main base. Well, expansion base, but he has a lot of gateways here. And it's toast Thors for Zorinks moving in at the same time. This is turning into a bit of a base race. Ladies and gentlemen, +3 Thors, man. Liberators trying to do this thing, but again, the single target attack is pretty good. Pretty good against the Liberators, and the Thors just kind of move away. They just move away. Carriers sweeping through, sweeping the nation right now. And with our Corruptor player out of it, I just don't know. I mean, it's going to be Thor, I guess. Thor from Team Blue that's going to have to deal with this thing. Stalker count needs to be a little bit higher than it is, and by higher than it is, I mean more than 1, which is what we've got right now. Thor's pretty much unopposed, have wrecked everything here in Death Zone's main base, which is bad news for Team Red. But again, the carriers, they're just unopposed, right? The Swarm host can't attack. Error. That is something that could happen in the campaign, in the heart of the Swarm campaign, which is very nice. But that is not what this is. This is multiplayer, and the rules are a lot a bit different. A lot a bit different here. Thor's moving in. Carrier. And actually do take down a couple of the carriers here from Fartpron, but more Liberators showing up with Defender mode circles, getting a lot of shots in the face, though, by these Thors. The Liberators are pretty much gone, except for one that still continues to fire. Thor's trying to deal with these fully upgraded carriers, and look at them go. Chaboom! Chaboom! I mean, not one-shotting the carriers, but hitting them pretty hard. Pretty hard. This Liberator is still smashing, though. No, the Thors are confused. No, Thors, don't be confused. Oh, now they're dead. Man, confusion's a quick way to die in this mono-battle type situation. Roaches here from Posse are up in Zorinks' base. Oh, burrow on the Roaches. Brilliant stuff. Wait for the Locust to expire, then pop back on out. Carriers still pretty much no one touched them from Fartpron. There are 9 of them now. Liberators joining the fight as well. Asher decides he's out. Asher with a GG. That's our Stalker player. He's gone. Zorinks, Thor player, still trying to do stuff, but he's just reduced. He's reduced mightily. He has 5 Thors that are fully upgraded. An offensive GG out of Fartpron right now. And yes, Zorinks is gone. He is motivated by that offensive GG to get the heck on out of there. Swarm host moving around. Locusts for Eds. Eds refuses to die, you guys. He's got Locusts pretty much everywhere. How many Swarm? He's got 36 Swarm host, which is a lot of stuff, dude. Locusts keep landing. Posse going to lose another hatchery. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? This dude has lost so much stuff. So much stuff. Roaches from Posse here in Zorinks' main base, murdering his things. And I just don't know. Ed has what? Ed's Friendly Bus has a base. I don't know if Ed has anything left as far as bases go. He's expanding twice. Wait, once along this left side, which seems like it's good, but I mean, we're going to base race this thing. That's what it is. The carriers and the Liberators. Liberators are pretty useful in a base race. It's going to be the carriers. It's going to have to get this thing done. Roach is also very good. Archon's pretty good at the same time. Team Red just has more stuff. And Ez is out. That's it. Posse, Fartpron, Scaper, and Death Zone are your victors. Good one. Good game, you guys. Lost resources here. Who is this? Zorinks, 19,000 resources, which is more than anybody else. 18,000 out of Asher. That's the Stalker player. Friendly Bus Corruptor lost 16. So 16, 18, and 19 lost from Team Blue. Meanwhile, it's pretty much 10, 10, 11, and 14, which is Death Zone for Team Red. So just more cost efficient. Obviously here, carrier group at the end of the game was 17, which is just insurmountable in this type of a situation unless you have the right units to counter it. 36 Swarm hosts, which is good, but again, can't shoot up. That's your fatal flaw right there. So great job by both of these teams, but Team Red is your victor today. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.